At the tax sale over here, just picked up FIFA 17, MLB 2K13, and just a movie, and altogether was $5. Later. At the Goodwill over here, just picked up the dance pads for the GameCube. Not sure if I needed them, and I think they go for about $25 at least online, and they were $3.99. At the pawn shop over here, Street Fighter collection, Genesis collection, and Title Legends 2 for $5. Later. So at the fleet, just picked up Wii Sports Resort, the PS4 controller, and the Dr. Mario and Tetris. Altogether was $19. Later. So this was an offer deal in Hartford, a little sketchy, but it's an N64, no cover, and 20 games for $100, so it's not a bad deal. We'll go over the rest on the recap later. At the garage sale over here, a nice score. A whole bunch of Super Nintendo games, nothing great. A couple of N64 games, and altogether was only $40. It's a great deal. Later. At the tax sale over here, nothing great, but something I believe I didn't have, at least that box with a few games, PS1 in box, maybe 12 to 15 games, and that was $40. Later. Alright guys, so here my pickups for the last week or so. As always, we'll do pawn shops, flea markets, thrift stores, and everything in between. It was a really good week. I was able to pick up a lot of cartridge stuff, which is what I really like to pick up. We'll start right away, and we will start with I believe this was a garage sale. And for this one, I had to ask. I asked if he had any old video games. He thought about it. He said he had a PlayStation. I said, could you please bring it out? And he did. And it was actually a PlayStation inbox in really good shape. The PlayStation is actually in excellent shape. The instructions are there. It also came with 2 memory cards and 13 games. Decent games. Nothing way overpriced, but decent games. Spyro has the manual. Should be maybe like a $15 game. Tetris plus Soul Blade Complete. The next Tetris, Crash 2. All these games are between 10 and $15. CTR, Crash Bash, Race Mania. It's actually like a 20, maybe to $25 game for some reason. Ape Escape is maybe like a $20 game. This one I was surprised. Muppet Monster Adventure goes between 20 and 25. So that's a really good pickup right there. Crash Bandicoot, it's always sellable for easy $20, and probably the best game was Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and for all that I paid $40. And Mortal Kombat Trilogy goes for about 25 to maybe $30, and for $40 I probably got over maybe close to $200 worth of games. So it was a really good deal there. At the flea market, picked up Super Tetris and Dr. Mario, Wii Sports Resort, and a camo PS4 controller. I don't believe this works. My wife tried it out and it's not charging correctly, so that might be a waste of money right there. But altogether it was $19. Probably sell that for parts if I can get it to work. At a pawn shop, picked up Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, Genesis Collection, and Title Legends 2, which I didn't have for some reason. And for those 3 I paid $5. This was an offer up deal. I sent this guy a message a while ago. He had a Nintendo 64 with 20 games for $125. He didn't answer for 4 days, and then all of a sudden he answered me. I asked for the titles. He couldn't send them, so he kind of sent me a list. And then he said, I asked him if I could pay $100, and he said yes. So this is what I got: Nintendo 64 with no cover, and for the first time, a well-braided AV cable. I never seen anything like this. Somebody took the time to go through all this nonsense and mess up a cable, but that's that. It also came with 3 controllers, gray, green, and red. The sticks are pretty loose, so I gotta basically open them up and switch the sticks on them. But I usually like to keep those. The red and the green most likely I will keep, and the gray I will fix it and try to sell it with the system. And then these are the 20 games that came with it. WWF War, Cena Warrior Princess, Namco Museum, Powerpuff Girls, War Gods, Monopoly, Paperboy, Buster Muff 2, which should be a $10 to $15 game. Same thing with Paperboy, Cruising World, another $15 game maybe. Dr. Mario is close to 20. Star Fox, Mortal Kombat 4, Track and Field 2000, Rampage 2, F-Zero GX, again, close to $20 games, GoldenEye 007, label-less edition of Smash Bros. The way I can tell it's Smash Bros. Is by the little thing right there. You can kind of see the lettering there. And then 2 Mario Karts. So for $100, again, it's almost like a $200 deal again. So I should be able to get my money back for all that, and then basically double up my money at another garage sale. This actually was a really good one. They were doing a town-wide in, believe in the town of Manchester. I drove a little further away in Bolton because I saw a guy that said he has some electronics and vintage stuff. I asked if he had any Nintendo stuff. He took me to the back to his shop. And this is what I got. A filthy Super Nintendo. They're tanks, so they should be able to work. This is the special edition, yellow and gray. These are the best ones. And these are the games that came with it. A really beat up edition of WrestleMania 2000. Super Off-Road. Quarterback Club. Mario Paint. Bill Lambier Basketball, I believe. Power Moves. A label-less game. I want to try that out. Demolition Man. Super Mario World. Star Fox. Donkey Kong Country. Mario Kart. Super Mario All-Stars. And the best Super Nintendo game out of the lot is Wolfenstein 3D, which I didn't have, so I get to keep that. Then I had another 3 other games in there that had Donkey Kong 64 and Earthworm Jim 3D. And the game that I'm most happiest to get was this one, Wally Bear. I didn't have it, and I get to add it to my collection. It's probably a $30 game. Earthworm should be between $25 and $30. Wolfenstein should be about $30. The rest are between $10 to $20. So that's like a pickup deal. And again, it's about easily over $200 worth of games and system. So that's that. And then the best was this deal that I got from, I believe it was Facebook. The guy posted a whole bunch of games, a whole bunch of PlayStation 4 games, 360 games, and other stuff. I hit him up. I asked him how much he wanted for a certain game. He said, how much do you think? I offered something, and he said that was fine. Then I asked about the rest of the PS4 games. He told me to come by, and I could see what he had. When I went there, he already told me he has sold everything. He sold, basically, maybe 40 to 50 PS4 games for $100 with good titles in there too. And then he sold the 360 games, again, between 50 and 60 games for $100. But I did have this picked out from him, so this is what I was able to get from him. The Fable 3 just comes with a coin. It's part of the collector's edition. I picked up Nier for my wife. And the Gears of War collector's edition or premium edition, Gears of War 2. This cool thing right here is metal, it's solid, it's in really good shape. It goes between 25 to 30 bucks. Then this is really cool. The Fallout New Vegas edition. This one right now goes between 20 and not 20, between 80 and $90. It has a lot of stuff in it, including the poker chips, the game, and all that, and this metal coin. And this right now, like I said, goes between 80 and 90 bucks. Let me close this out. And then I picked up the pickup of the week. This was a Facebook deal, so I was able to get all of these for 60 bucks. The Persona 5 Take Your Heart edition, premium edition, Fallout New Vegas box set, and the Gears of War, and I think Nier is also there, and all together was 60 bucks, which is a great deal. Later. So the pickup of the week was, let's see if I can get it open. This is the Persona 5 Take Your Heart Premium Edition. It's really cool. A lot of stuff in here. So basically, Persona is one of my wife's favorite games. I saw this and I sent to my group basically asking all about it because I didn't know much about it, but I knew that one of them was worth a lot of money. This goes between 150 and 200 in this kind of shape. It has this bag, has this doll, a CD, everything is sealed, the book is sealed, and then of course it comes with the game. The game is a steel book, which is really cool. I was very happy to pick all this up. Easily goes between 150 and 200 bucks in this kind of shape, so I'm very happy to pick that up. The week was really good. I was able to pick up stuff for my collection. I should say I paid 60 for the Fallout, the Gears of War, and Persona 5. So altogether 60 bucks. Again, a decent amount of money here, over $250 easy. So the week again was really good. Very grateful to pick up the stuff I got. I get to add some games to my collection that I rarely see. I actually got to add the Wolfenstein and of course the Persona. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you all next week. Later.